Our top story tomorrow could mark the final arguments in Alec Murdaugh's murder conviction or the start of a brand new trial.
South Carolina Supreme Court justices will hear his appeal, focusing on claims of an unfair trial and alleged jury tampering. WSAV's Andrew Davis is in Columbia with what's at stake when the justices take the bench.
Tomorrow could be the last arguments in Alec Murdaugh's case, or it could be the beginning of a new trial. The Supreme Court justices will hear why he says he was unjustly convicted and why this jury was tampered with.
Guilty verdict.
That was the moment almost 3 years ago that Alec Murdaugh found out his fate. 2 consecutive life sentences without parole for killing his wife and son. Almost immediately, his attorney started planning their appeal, saying the jury should have never have heard the day after day of testimony about Murdaugh's financial crimes.
Stealing from kids who lost their mother, from somebody with pancreatic cancer, somebody that's a paraplegic. I mean, all of that 2.5 weeks, by the time they got done with it, it didn't matter about final argument.
Attorney Joe McCullough says the defense argument may have some merit. Some testimony should have been allowed. How much is too much?
Was it necessary to put up a week of financial evidence testimony to destroy his character in front of the jury through the use of 4 or 5 witnesses who were on the stand for hours talking about things unrelated to the murder trial? This was a murder trial, not a financial crimes trial.
And then criminal charges against former Colleton County Clerk Becky Hill.
When there's good and evil and people come up for justice, that justice was done in this particular moment. I think Alex got the justice that he deserved.
Hill wrote a book on the high-profile trial and admitted to misconduct in office, using that position to sell books. But the bigger question, did she tamper with the jury? 3 jury members, 2 of whom are represented by McCullough, who either cast their ballot or removed from the panel, say she pushed them for a guilty verdict.
The court could find the clerk of court made statements in the jury's presence that were materially related to their deliberations and to this fair trial issue. But the court could then say, but we find that the evidence was so overwhelming in this case that this tampering is harmless error, a harmless problem, a harmless effect on the jury.
Alec Murdaugh will not be at this hearing tomorrow, and even if the justices rule in his favor, which could take as much as 60 days, he'll still have to face a 40-year sentence in federal prison before we even consider another state trial. We'll, of course, have live coverage for you on WSAV.com, as well as WSAV Plus, as well as tomorrow night on News 3 at 5 and 6. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3 on your side.
New at 6, a man is behind bars after police say he stole a BB gun inside a Statesboro Walmart store and threatened a mother and her child. Police say it happened just before 1 o'clock this afternoon at the Walmart on Northside Drive East. Bullitt County 911 received multiple calls about a man inside that store with what appeared to be a firearm. Investigators say the man broke into a glass display case using a tool. Police say he then approached that woman and her child and threatened them. Police identified the suspect as 40-year-old Nathaniel Anthony Jones, formerly of Portal. Investigators say Jones had just been released from state prison yesterday after serving time for burglary. He was taken to the Bullitt County Jail and charged with aggravated assault and burglary in the 2nd degree. He remains in jail with a hold placed on his release.
A deadly fire is under investigation in Bullitt County tonight. Woman, did not survive, and fire officials say the location is an area that they've been watching closely. WSAV's Evan Smoke explains now what happened and why firefighters say this part of the county is a concern.
The Bullitt County Fire Department responded to the fire Monday in Stilson, an area Fire Chief Ben Tapley says is becoming a hot spot for the county. Crews dispatched to a structure fire on Aikens Road Extension around 7:30 in the evening. Upon arrival, first responders found a fully engulfed house and reports of a woman trapped inside. Tapley says the cause of the blaze is still undetermined.
The fire is under investigation right now. They're planning on doing. Everybody was there last night, but they're also going back out there today during the daylight to do more investigation. No cause yet, but they are working on it.
The Bullitt County Coroner's Office confirmed the person who died is 75-year-old Patricia Woods. The home's other occupant was not hurt. Tapley says this part of the county is seeing a higher number of calls than others.
We have a heat map of all of our calls around Bullitt County and, Stilson, Aikens community, lower part of the county in the area is one of our hot spots. That's one reason why they moved EMS and staffed that station. And, the chairman does have plans to try to get firefighters full-time down at Stilson.
Tapley adds that fatal calls leave impacts on him and his department.
This takes a big toll on because I try to push that, we're here to protect everybody in this county, and it does. We take it personally.
Despite no full-time fire staff stationed in the area, Tapley praised the response of volunteer firefighters and thanked them for their assistance. Reporting in Statesboro, Evan Smoke, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Chatham County Police are warning the public after a woman lost more than $76,000 in a phone scam. Police say it started with a phone call from someone the victim did not know, claiming that there was a problem with her bank account and told her that she needed to withdraw all of her money immediately. Investigators say the victim withdrew more than $76,000 from 3 different local banks and handed it all to 3 different strangers in parking lots. Chatham County Police reminding people that a bank will never ask for cash payment, and if someone contacts you demanding cash, hang up immediately.
Following up now, Savannah Mayor Van Johnson is responding after 2 city council members spoke with senior residents they say complained about unacceptable conditions at 2 Savannah complexes. WSAV's Jillian Coles is following the story. She joins us now with the latest.
Mayor Van Johnson says he's starting discussions with the management at a Savannah senior living complex about lack of heat and living conditions city council members say elderly are enduring.
We're pursuing our official means of communicating with the management company. We're not going to tolerate it. We're just not. And so some things will have to change and change quickly. So
Mayor Johnson is agreeing with Savannah Alderman Dietrich Leggett and Alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryan. They tell WSAV they've received countless phone calls of unsafe living conditions and a lack of communication about 2 senior living complexes, the Veranda at Midtown and the Ramona Riley Lofts. And now they are stepping in. One resident WSAV spoke with told us about her current living conditions.
10 months I didn't have a dryer. And now the dryer that they replaced after 10 months, that is also broke down.
After the mayor's comment, WSAV reached out to both complexes. Management for the Veranda tells us, quote, following a thorough review of our maintenance records, recent inspections, and all active work orders, we have found no evidence to substantiate the claims publicly attributed to our property. You can find the full statement at WSAV.com. The Ramona Riley Lofts have not yet responded. Jillian Coles, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Jillian, thank you. Major developments in Bryan County tonight. The Development Authority has officially ended negotiations with the company that wanted to build a nickel refinery in that area. The Development Authority of Bryan County voted unanimously this morning to halt talks with Westwin Elements. The company's proposal faced strong pushback from residents concerned about potential environmental and public health impacts. WSAV reached out to the Bryan County Commission Chairman Carter Infinger, who confirmed that all negotiations with Westwin have officially ceased. Despite that, Westwin Elements tells WSAV it still plans to pursue a refinery in Richmond Hill. The Bryan County Commission is meeting right now, and WSAV has a crew in the room. We will bring you the full story coming up tonight on WSAV News 3 at 10 and 11.
In the Lowcountry, the city of Beaufort is continuing debates on removing social media comments from their Facebook for good. It comes after one official claims there's been an increase in the volume, tone, and complexity of comments. City officials are considering removing comments from posts to make the page strictly informational. Leaders say they lack staff to monitor the growing comments, creating risks of misinformation, personal attacks, and legal issues. Some residents tell WSAV they feel silenced rather than heard. Council will discuss the policy tonight, and if not approved, a social media manager will be needed in the 2027 budget. We do have a news team at the council meeting happening now, and we will have the very latest developments on our later newscasts.
WSAV Time Saver Traffic is brought to you by Arrowhead Clinic, the accident doctors, where it pays to get well.
This Tuesday evening, we saw some very slow-moving traffic in McIntosh County on the southbound side of I-95. That's Georgia Route 57. There was an accident near the exit there that did cause a fire. The vehicles definitely were an issue there, slowing things down. There is some traffic moving through that area, but it is down to just one lane, and it's going to take some time for that traffic to continue to clear out. As far as our weather forecast, we will be tracking scattered showers and storms for Wednesday, low and rain chances then for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but more storms expected for Sunday.